never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented.
Yeah. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. Man, I don't know. Now that they just added a new addition to the screen. I don't know if you guys can see it, but on the top left, now you get to see a barcode, scan code. So it's easy. So you guys, all you have to do is put your phone to the barcode, and it goes right to the YouTube channel for NY Yankee Mania. Wow! Shout out to Ken from the Ugly Truth for helping Joe out with that. But I just want to point that out real quick because on the top left, now you're going to see a barcode. So good morning, guys. Happy Friday. We have a busy day on deck here, starting with the morning show as usual. Coffee, bagel, you know it. You name it, crab meat, you name it. So
oh, you got me there.
But yesterday's show was amazing, guys.
Yeah.
Great stream with Chef Nick, obviously Evan, Jason, Joe, and Ken. Everybody did a great job in the chat. We do it for you guys. You guys do a fantastic job interacting in the group in the chat, putting some great comments for us. So I want to point that out. But today, obviously, we got at 1:00. We got my team and I booked Al Snow, wrestling legend. He'll be joining here at 1:00. So guys, get your questions ready. He'll be joining Chef Nick and Joe at 1, and then you got Jason calling March Madness again. So tune in for that after the Al Snow interview. And then 5:00, we also booked our client, Justin Nicolino, former Marlins pitcher, at 5 p.m. Eastern. He'll be joining here. And then after that, you got the Yankee game. And then obviously you're going to see Jason and Evan call the Nets and Knicks game tonight. Unfortunately, Chef Nick can't join, but I'll be there doing the score updates. But you guys are going to enjoy the twin brothers going at it, calling the Nets and Knicks game. So, but I want to introduce to the guy to my left. He is obviously one of the best in the business. He is a one and only chef here on NY Yankee Mania. He is, no matter which day, what time, or whatever he does, he always makes the time to come on here. This guy is a Swiss Army knife, jack of all trades, and he does everything. So, without further ado, I want to introduce the one and only Chef Nick, shredding the coleslaw every single day. Welcome to this panel, as always. So, Chef Nick, how are you doing today?
My man Nithin, what a great intro. What a beautiful intro that was. I loved it. Swiss Army knife. I like that. Swiss Greek Army knife. I love that. You know what it is? Next week is Greek Independence Day, so I'm preparing a whole big event week for that. So I'm going to be busy today. But of course, I'm making time, to be on the show too. And what better, beautiful, handsome faces from NY Yankee Mania, World Sports Mania Entertainment with Nithin, the twinzos, Jason and Evan, Joe. Ken, not the ugly truth. He's the handsome truth, man.
Yeah.
And all day, you're going to have us. Are you going to get tired of us? I hope not, because speaking of handsome, he is the Sicilian Ayatollah, Joseph Mengoya.
Oh, yes. Godfather.
Oh, yeah, baby. Al Snow, let's go.
Apparently, there's no Yankee game today, so there you
go. He's gone.
Oh, come on. But before we go any further, I want to give a big birthday shout out to my mentor, our client, and she's been on the show, Marnie Snyder. So I want to give a big birthday shout out to Marnie Snyder. Marnie, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a great day. You're amazing. You're such an inspiration, and glad to have you part of our lives. And she's one of my mentors and also our client, and she's been on the show before. So happy birthday, Marnie. Enjoy your day, Marnie. Thank you for everything.
Happy birthday, Marnie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Woo! There you have it. Thank you, Joe, for that. Yeah, so Marnie is a big part of the show too, and we'll eventually get her back on the show. Um, hey, what's up, Charles? What's up, John? Everybody in the chat, please subscribe. And now you can just scan your phone here, so that's an easier way for you guys to subscribe. So, but Chef Nick, obviously yesterday we talked about the Yankees and other things, but today, what are you most excited about? Obviously, the full schedule here on. I think this is the first time in a while that we have a full schedule in a while.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing too. I would love to have of course, the dynamic trio. I like to call it a kosher Greek sandwich between Evan and Jason and myself. But unfortunately, it has to just be kosher and not a Greek sandwich. But no, they're gonna kick ass. And Nathan, you two, you guys are gonna rock that. I'm very excited about that, the play-by-play. But also, it's it's pick your good poison. Pick your healthy poison. It's like the morning show I was looking forward to because usually I'm not in the mornings, but also with Al Snow. And I was talking to NITHIN yesterday, and I was just giving him his props, man. You got to give credit where credit's due. NITHIN is just absolutely wild with getting clients and guests in. It's getting better. I mean, it's always been good and better, but it's always like you see the bar going up, never going down, never being steady. It's up. So you see the elevation in his career. So I love that. Kudos to you and your team, NITHIN, always doing a bang out job. And of course, for Justin Nicolino, that's going to be I was a fan with. I'm not going to say a diehard fan, but I was a fan with him. I followed him when he was on the Marlins, and it's just I do have interesting questions to ask. And of course, when interviews are here and I'm part of the interview, it's always diving a little deep, where it's not like what's your favorite dance music, or what's your favorite stadium to play. Those are good questions, but me, it's sort of where it just drives the gears of motivation. How do you balance emotion, nerves? How do you balance the psychological part of the game? For me, it's always asking these questions, even with Al Snow too, man. I'm prepared to ask those, because it's even with Al Snow, loved him. That's someone that I was a big fan of since he first came up, and now too, I still follow him. But it's even with a career, it's what kind of questions can you ask without being basic, without being regular, without being boring? And just for Al Snow too, it's grinding. How do you grind? What's your grind? How do you tell people or give people a piece of advice to grind and never stop, never give up, never slow down? Because the grind's always hard. You have to hustle for that muscle, but it's yes, you have that. But it's sometimes when you fail, people look at that as I'm never doing this again. But on the other hand, when you fail, you get back and do it again and do it again. So these are types of questions sort of that drives people in a different type of way. And I'm just interested in that. But yeah, all in all, this whole day is packed. So I think it's almost like an all-star game.
Yeah.
It's almost like all-star festivities, and you have all of us here that are taking care of it. Again, NITHIN, Evan, Jason, Ken from The Ugly Truth, Joseph, and myself. It's I don't know. It's just really, it's a week long of all-star events packed in one day. So, but it's gonna be great.
What's up, Billo? Welcome to the chat.
Billo, my guy.
Woo. Before we go any further, guys, please keep your prayers continued for my friend Gerald Lampkin. I mentioned it last night. He lost his son a week ago in a robbery. So please keep him in your prayers, and thank you guys for sending the prayers yesterday. And he coaches football, and now he's trying to hold strong for his other son RJ. So, and he also plays football too. Both sons played football. Unfortunately, he lost his oldest son last week, and right now they're going through a lot. And and thank you guys for the support for them, because they're good people, and they're family person, and it's just unfortunate what happened. And it's crazy these days. No matter where you are, it's not safe anymore, and you got to be more accountable, and you never know who's behind you, or you never know what's going to happen. And like I said, you can't take life for granted. So we're going to dedicate this whole day for his son. So thank you, Joe, for doing that. And Please keep praying. So, by the way, speaking of subscribers, we're 4 away now from 1,000. So guys, keep it up. We're on the we're almost there. We're getting there. Like, get some champagne bottles ready, man. This is going to be this is a milestone here. But, thank you, Joe. Thank you for doing that.
That's very nice, Joe. Yeah, very nice.
Please, everybody in the chat, please send the prayers. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might have to change the lettering to pray, because that's sort of a different.
That's
a different pray.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing. We're 5 days, or we have 5 days away from opening day. I am so pumped up for this, and obviously Yankees baseball around the corner, and this team seems different to me. And we mentioned it yesterday, and I think they're a much better team than last year. I think they're much better equipped when injuries come. Obviously, they're going to get injuries throughout the year, but I think they're more equipped and more ready for the backup players to come in, because the bench will be better with a lot of veteran players, and the bullpen is deeper, and the starting rotation can be something special, to be honest, in my opinion. So, Stephanie, what are your thoughts, and how excited are you for this? And it all starts in San Francisco. So.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to San Francisco, make sure you wear flowers in your hair, just like that '60s song. No, but like I'm very pumped. I'm very pumped to get this season started. I'm very pumped to see what the Yankees can do. I'm very pumped to for the Yankees to be even better than last year. Of course, I always have to say what they did wrong and their flaws, but that's out the window, and now we have a new window opened. And this is the 2026 season. And I think that I'm always going to be rooting for the Yankees no matter what. I was always a Knicks fan. I was always rooting for them, and look what happened. Like during the mid 2000s. But going back to the Yankees, I think that yes, absolutely, they have a lot of depth, which they signed way before they even re-signed Bellinger. So yeah. The thing is, the depth is there, and the injury bug is going to happen. If someone goes down, the thing is, there has to be a next man up right away. And I think I mentioned this actually about a month ago, is that let's just say if there's an offensive horse on the Yankees that goes down with an injury, hence when Bellinger had his back spasms, and thankfully he's good. But if it was even worse, and he went down, then you need someone to fill in his shoes automatically. You can't do a project. You can't do a pet project. You can't put a defensive first person in his shoes. You have to have offensive numbers on the spot, so it's just level. It's not like you're going down, down, up, up, down. You want consistency. Look, again, I always bring up an example during the trade deadline with the Knicks. Miles McBride went down. They traded for Alvarado. Never missed a beat, never skipped, and never missed anything like that. The Yankees need to be that way as well. Look, God forbid, knock on wood, if let's say Ben Rice goes down, hopefully not, anything could happen, but you need that person to fill in his shoes right away. Can they maneuver people? Sure, they can have that flexibility, but the offensive production needs to match the player firsthand. They can't fall in that category. But with the Yankees, I'm excited with their lineup, what they can do. Of course, there's concerns right now. And of course, you could say it's only spring training. Maybe once the season comes, they're going to be hungrier. The focus is going to be there 100%. I'm not making excuses, but to reach to their own, can people just be working on their kinks and not going full force like 100%? Are they going 75%, 70%? I don't know. Speaking of Weathers yesterday, he got killed. He was Hurricane Weathers, like I mentioned yesterday. Is it time to be concerned? I don't want to be I'm always against like people pulling out stats from their ass, but like, with his stats, it's pretty bad. But then again, it's like looking at Weathers, is he just working through it? Is he working through stuff? Will he be ready once his name gets called, with the, pitching against a certain team? I don't know. So there is a lot of question marks, and there's always going to be a lot of question marks. Yankees are not going to be perfect. But as long as they work as a unit and it's not falling on one person, of course, that's been a topic of conversation. We'll pretty much get to that in a specific time. So I just think if Yankees work as a unit together, fundamentally, instead of just working for themselves and just being a 30-30 person and trying to be an MVP, each person should be an MVP for the whole team combined, and I think that's what they need to do. I believe the Giants' Logan Webb is starting, and did they say the opener for the Yankees? Who's opening up?
Max Fried.
Max Fried. Okay, all right. Even too, Ken, do you want to chime in too? With let's just say with Baltimore. Let's just say with Baltimore, Max Fried. I thought he was a little sloppy-ish. I know you obviously called the game, but your thoughts with Max Fried? People are like, "Oh, Max Fried, I'm worried about him." I'm not worried about him. I think he's type of guy that pretty much can have a spectacular game no matter what. But Ken, in your opinion too, do you think it's just, are they going full throttle 100%, or are they just doing 80-85% just to pretty much get to 100% for the start of the regular season?
Well, honestly, we're in the last week before the season starts. Max Fried obviously yesterday was working on his breaking pitches, making sure that he had solid release point before his opening day debut. He was able to manage over 75 pitches, held the Orioles at bay. It was a good outing for him. Got no issues, and when he locked in the breaking stuff, last couple of innings, he locked him down pretty hard. Not anticipating anything different because that was his last start before opening day. So he'll hold a couple of bullpens, may do a 2 or 3 inning simulated game. He'll pitch at least 2 times in the shadows before the 25th. With regard to Ryan Weathers, there's a lot of concern about him.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
I'm not worried. If you recall from last year during spring training, Fernando Cruz was hit like a damn ping pong ball. Everything that he threw up there was damn near a home run. And people were really worried about us making the trade, sending Trevino over there for him and the catcher that we ended up releasing. But Matt Blake had him working on a change to his grip, how he was holding the ball to choke it more hard onto his hand. We'd get a bigger break. And with regard to pitching, when you change something, it takes you about 1,000 pitches for muscle memory to kick in, so it's second nature. He's fighting muscle memory trying to adjust his pitches, and when he came into the regular season, he was freaking lights out until he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I suspect that the same thing is happening with Weathers. Weathers is not pitched a lot of innings last year. He was hurt for a fair amount of it. I think he only had 6 starts. And throughout his career, he's been injured. And I suspect part of that is the way that he has been throwing the ball, leading to the arm and oblique injuries. And Blake has had him in the lab for a short period of time and is making adjustments, and he's fighting what his muscles know that he's normally accustomed to doing. I think that he will be fine when we get into the regular season.
Yeah.
Do you think he has sort of a minor injury now and they're not saying anything, or is it just psychological where it's he doesn't want to get himself injured by doing a certain movement?
Exactly. He, if he was injured, he wouldn't be on the bump, period.
Okay. All right.
And they would have already said that.
Yeah, and we can't afford him to get injured anyway because
in all actuality, it doesn't matter because this year this team has layers and layers of depth.
Yeah.
From the bullpen perspective and the rotation perspective.
Yep.
I mean, you've got kids like Rodriguez, Hess, Legrange. They are all sitting in the wings. And from what I've seen during this spring training season, and they have stretched them out, they are ready to make their appearances in the major leagues. And I suspect that the Yankees sent them down because if we have them on the opening day roster, their year of control is flushed right off the bat.
Yep.
So if they bring them up after May the 1st, then we gain another year of control with these guys. So we'll have stock of ponies that can pitch at a reasonable, cheap cost, and we can use our free agency money to fill in some of the holes that we have.
Yeah. Yeah, well said. And
Yeah.
Sean, welcome. Good morning, Sean. How are you?
Morning, Sean. What's up,
Yeah,
man?
no, sorry about it. I had to
Very good.
That's all right.
wrestle a match with the StreamYard.
What
But
are your thoughts?
well, I mean, my thoughts are, I mean, the Yankees overall are looking great, coming out of spring training. Once we find out the 4-man bench coming out, I mean, I know that Boone said he was going to carry 3 catchers on the roster, but
Well,
Ben Rice is probably going to.
He's going to carry 3 catchers because Rice isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Is Rice going to catch every day? The answer is no. He's
No.
not an everyday catcher. He will be the emergency backup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and the reason, and I mean, Ascara, I like the changes I've seen in Ascara, as far as his approach at the plate, and he seems to have figured out how to make more accurate throws to the bases to throw out runners.
Yep.
Well, part of what he's worked on in the off season in the spring is his pop time. So he's actually getting up there and releasing the ball quicker, so he has time to focus on where he's throwing, as opposed to, oh shit, somebody's running. Let me fling the ball down there as quick as I can.
Right.
And during this spring training, he's actually thrown 2 runners out.
Yes,
And
right.
And last year during the season, he was 1 for 17. So he's doubled his throughout call in spring training. And he hasn't had that many opportunities.
Speaking of catching, we lost all our right-handed catching depth, obviously, but at some point we got to add a right-hand catcher, in my opinion, to simplify it. I mean,
you've got your depth. You've been seeing them throughout the spring training with Ali Sanchez, with Peyton Henry.
Payne Henry, yeah.
Yep. These guys are getting there, and the Yankees develop catchers like no tomorrow. They will be ready when the time comes, if needed.
Right. My other question is, with Heel, are you concerned, Ken, with Heel, or do you think?
Nope, not whatsoever.
Yeah, same here.
The thing that I've seen with Heel, last year when he came back from his oblique injury, his velocity topped out at 93 miles an hour. He was throwing, 5 to 7 miles slower than he did in 2024. He was working a lot on breaking pitches, and he did okay. He got hammered a bit, but he narrowed down in 24, he had 1 pitch. He had a fastball, and that was it. Anything else was it. God knows where the hell it's going, whether it's going to be a strike, whatnot. So he started working on the breaking pitches last year when he came back. And this spring training, he is working on those same pitches, trying to get a consistent arm slot where he's throwing his fastball and his breaking pitches out of the same arm slot. When you talk about telegraphing pitches, if a pitcher changes his arm slot, they're going to know, okay, I can eliminate this pitch, and this pitch right off the bat. And you can sit, say, okay, I'm expecting a break outward for a left-handed hitter.
That's interesting. I never even thought about that. Wow. That's
Yeah.
So that's what telegraphing your pitches is, and he was doing it last year.
Yeah.
Well, in spring training, he's not doing it.
No, I noticed he was attacking.
Yeah, Bill, Heel did have Tommy John surgery, but
yeah.
I think this spring he showed that his velocity is back. I think he's gonna have a good year. I feel confident in Hill. I think he can be the number three starter in this rotation, even number 2.
And then
still out, but I do feel confident, Ken, in Hill. I'm not worried about Hill either. I think if we can get him back where he was like in his rookie season, then that's a big plus too.
I mean, honestly, my rotation, I have, as we break from spring training, I have Max Fried as the king of the hill. I've got Will Warren as the number 2. I've got Cam Schlittler as the 3, Hill as the 4, and I have Paul Blackburn being the 5th starter. I don't suspect that Boone may have said that Weathers is going to be the 5th, but they are stretching Blackburn out like no tomorrow, and I suspect that he is going to be their 5th to begin with.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's going to be like the 5th is going to be a committee between Blackburn, Weathers, and Yarbrough. You think Boone might try that?
Well, from what we've seen so far, Blackburn is stretched out to 70 pitches. By the time opening day comes around, he'll be at 90, ballpark 90 pitches. And if he's efficient, that'll carry him through 5 innings. So we'll end up stretching the bullpen out a little bit during the first couple of weeks, and hopefully we see Rodon come back sooner than later. I was sort of hoping that we would see him make a spring training start, but with the schedule and the time, I don't think it's going to happen. I believe he's going to have probably 3, maybe 4 starts down at Scranton to get his count up, and then we're going to see him right back up with the Yankees. Then that'll be the interesting point. The Yankees are going to have to make adjustments. Most likely Blackburn to the bullpen, and one of the younger bullpen arms who has options be an option down.
Yeah.
Then you can do when Rodon comes back and Cole comes back, you can maybe Yankees will try out a 6-man rotation to see what happens there.
Well, and then
You're right, Nosebleed. We do not need a 5th starter the way the schedule is for the first couple of weeks. And if we only roll with a 4-man rotation, then Blackburn could be out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
all right.
Yes.
What's
And
up?
then but then also you got Max Schumann or Randall Grichuk. Who do you think makes the? Or do you think both of them?
There's no doubt in my mind that Schumann should be the one that gets the nod. Schumann has positional versatility. He plays 7 positions. He's an elite defender at all 7 positions that he plays. His primary position with the A's was as a shortstop. So when we've talked about having fears and Caballero's ability to cover shortstop while Volpe is down, with Schumann there, we've got a natural shortstop, and he is a defensive monster. I dropped a short probably about a month ago, and on Schumann himself, and he's a good right-handed contact bat. So
when it comes to Grichuk, I think he can make the team also, and because now the question is going to be the debate with Dominguez, what they're going to do with Dominguez, and I think Dominguez should start in the minors. If they're not going to play him, he should start in the minors, and I think Grichuk should get the nod to make the team because he brings versatility. He can play out multiple positions in the outfield. So because Dominguez is a starting player, and they're not using him right. And in my opinion, you can get, if you want to trade him now, you can get high value back with Dominguez now. So if they need to decide if they're going to start him. If not, then play him in the minors, get him more reps, and then bring him up or find a trade partner because he has star potential, and I worked with him in the minors and I've done stuff with him, and he has talent. It's just a matter of them using him right. So
I don't believe you. If you worked with him, he would have been traded like every other prospect that we had.
I was with him in the minors, Joe, Ken. So
Rafael Flores.
We did stuff with them.
What happened to him? Oh, he got traded.
Caleb Durbin.
Yeah, but no, Dominguez he has star potential. So he's got to decide soon. They got to decide whether or not to start him because he needs to play. He cannot have him.
It's like kinetic and potential energy.
Yeah,
having the potential is not the execution of.
I wanted just because I was going to segue into the bullpen since we were talking about maybe go back to the offense after this, but or lineup after this. But I was going to segue into the bullpen since we're talking about the rotation. So one of the pitchers in the bullpen, I don't know, is this a cause for concern because you can't really send them to the minors? So I made a joke about Cade Windcrest yesterday that he's been getting caught up in the Ryan Weathers' hurricane superstorm. Like he's just been throwing everything, here and there. But now, like, are they Yankees? Are they forced to? I know they value him, and I know he has great stuff. But are they forced right now to do extra work with him because they can't send him down? They would have to return him to St. Louis if he doesn't perform. So they have to keep him on the roster.
The way that actually works is we would offer Winquist back to the Cardinals.
Okay.
The Cardinals would have to pay us $50,000 to bring him back onto their squad. He would be in their organization, not on their 40-man roster. If they decline that, then we can keep him, take him off the 40, and populate him down in the minor leagues until we can develop him.
Oh,
So the ball will be in the Cardinals' hands whether they want him back.
Gotcha.
And honestly, he wasn't protected in the Rule 5, so I'm not sure where his actual placement is in the Cardinals organization. They were willing to part ways with him by exposing him to the draft.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
But he, I don't know. He had a strong spring, but all of a sudden he just dropped. So in certain outings, but do you think that do you think he'll eventually be in the minors for the Yankees, or possibly?
I think it's a distinct possibility he will be. And I mean, frankly, he had maybe 6 weeks before spring training to work with Matt Blake before spring training broke.
yeah.
He was working with him from Jump Street. Well,
Yeah,
6 weeks isn't a hell of a lot of time to change things in a pitcher. And you have to remember, the highest that Winquist ever played was at Double-A, and he was a starter. So now we're trying to make him a bullpen. We're trying to make him a bullpen guy. So we're taking his 5 pitches and trying to trim it down to 3. And we're trying to change the shape on a couple of his pitches. So those are the adjustments that he is trying to make. And as I said earlier, it's about 1,000 pitches for muscle memory to kick in, where you're throwing that same consistent pitch.
yeah.
Now the other arm that I know some fans are frustrated with is Jake Bird.
Well, that's talking point central. There is absolutely no reason to be concerned with Bird.
Oh yeah,
And
no.
That's
Bird,
what I figured, because to me, Bird looks sharp, and so doesn't Duvall after they had that stint in the minors at the end of the season.
Bird had the whole off season to work with Matt Blake and the pitching team, and you can tell that his ball is much more under control than it was last year. He's not overthrowing. And I don't care. I don't give a damn what pitcher it is. Every pitcher gets hit every once in a while, including the great Mariano Rivera.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It happens. The measure of a bullpen arm is having a short memory. So when they call your number the next day, can you get out there and actually perform?
Yep. And then the other one, Angel Chivarelli.
Yeah, he's gonna start in the minors. They signed him to minors. Yeah.
He's a pet project. Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
wild.
he needs more time. He needs more development.
Well, with regard to Chavi, we have 5 years of control with him, and he has 3 full options.
Oh wow!
There was no way that he was going to start the season with the Yankees because they didn't have enough time to work with him. It's another Colorado product where pitching at that high altitude, breaking pitches don't work. You have to over torque to get movement out of those pitches.
Right.
And when you're pitching in a normal park like Steinbrenner Field or Yankee Stadium, he's over torquing and got way too much movement, nowhere near the strike zone.
Yeah.
So it'll take time to make that adjustment, and they'll be fine. He'll be fine eventually.
Yeah.
Guys, don't forget programming notes. My team and I later on we booked Al Snow, WWE legend, here at 1 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned. Get your questions ready for our client Al Snow, and also 5 o'clock. We also booked you guys Justin Nicolino, former Marlins pitcher. So get your questions ready for him. It's gonna be a busy day today. A lot of things happening on this show, and I want to promote one of our events that's coming up So we have a big event May 16th, Saturday, at Woodbridge Brewing Company. Whoever's in the area, please come by. We're going to have Alex Rodriguez, Joe Torre, Mariano Rivera, Paul O'Neill, David Cohen, and Joe Girardi, all in one setting. So, guys, please come. Whoever wants to help out, meet them. So come and support them. It'd be a it'd be a great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
May 16th, that's Saturday, right?
May 16th, Saturday. So whoever's available on this panel or can come book a plane ticket. Yeah, so it should be a great event though, for all of them in one setting. It's gonna be
Alex,
amazing.
shut your mouth. You're no longer in baseball. Who cares?
But the thing that I really want to see the Yankees do is carry over the situational hitting that you've been doing in spring training. Carry it over, and I want to see the team actually perform as a team instead of like all these people doing chasing personal statistics. Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, and I want to speak on situational hitting, and I brought this up on previous streams, especially spring training. They did during this spring training. They obviously struggled at some point, but they did a great job of creating other ways to score runs on the offensive with the lineup, and the situational hitting did get better during spring training. And also, what I liked was some of the approaches that they had at the plate, taking time with the pitches and working the pitcher's count. So if they can translate that to the season, then they'll be fine. Especially, and I keep bringing up Stanton. He doesn't have to be a home run hitter. He can switch it up, and obviously he's going to strike out. All these hitters are going to strike out, but if he can try to lessen his strikeouts a little bit, then be a gap to gap hitter, then it'll be even more dangerous to line up. So but the situational hitting did get a little bit better though in spring this year.
He just needs new legs.
I have a question for Nick.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
You are preparing for Greek Independence Week.
That's right.
So, what dishes are you preparing? Are you doing like moussaka or souvlaki, things like that?
So whenever I do, because technically, it hasn't happened recently, but what I usually do, I have a visiting chef program where I'll go to different places and do my Greek menu. Like I went to the United Nations. I've done other stuff to other accounts as well too. I tend to stay away from like the spanakopita, the moussaka, Greek staples. They're awesome. They're the traditional Greek staples that you'll find at your mom and pop shop, not a mom and pop store, restaurant, whatever. I'm not, just throwing that under the table. For me, it's just like I'm sort of like branching out into other islands in Greece where they have other foods that are sort of like overshadowed. So I'm like doing, even with like Santorini, the island Santorini, they have a good roasted chicken that I'm preparing. They have something called brezola. It's a crispy pork chop that's very famous in the northern mountains of Greece. Also, I'm doing something called gemista, which is like a stuffed pepper, stuffed tomatoes with ground beef, rice. So there's a lot that I'm going, like even with a traditional Greek salad, which is great. There's something called like a Hellenic Greek salad, choriatiki Greek salad, so it doesn't roll off the tongue. It's sort of like, it's called a village salad in English. It's pretty much like just a traditional type of salad that you'd find without the anchovies. No anchovies in your Greek salad diners. If you ever got that, it's disgusting. But even with or sardines, that they do both. But so even with that too, there's a salad that I did, which is like a baby vegetable salad in a tzatziki ranch dressing. So there's like some fusions with tradition that you can mix as well too. So it's like I try to think outside the box, try to pretty much impress people and throw them off their game, which is like, oh, I'm expecting this and that, but then they're getting this and that. So, but yeah, in all, like if it is requested, like the moussaka or the spanakopita, the pasticcio, I'm definitely going to do it. But just they want something different. And that's where it's like the gears are shifted right now. It's like people want something different and something very interesting. So that's where it's like, sort of exploring different islands and just being creative in that sense. So,
Wow.
Well,
Hey, guys,
one of the things, like in my world travels, I was in Mykonos,
nice.
and I had it was basically a Greek French fry that they had oregano and feta with it. It was a snack thing that was freaking awesome, actually.
Yeah, that's something like potatoes. Like they have the Greek potatoes. That's pretty much different islands have certain. You might have had like the Mykonos Greek potatoes. The what's it called? They in Spanish they call it papa fritas, but without the feta, of course. But but with the Greeks too, it's like you can do the Greek potatoes with feta, tomato, kalamata, olives as a topping, or you can just leave it plain with olive oil, little marjoram, oregano, little rosemary and stuff like that. But yeah, again, like every island has its own personality. Every city and village has its own personality. So you're never going to get the same thing. You're always going to get a different style and different flavor. So
yeah,
I mean,
I want to break real quick, guys.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris has passed away at the age of 86. Chuck Norris. So rest
no,
in peace.
I know.
Yeah.
I know Chuck Norris. I was like, wow, when did that happen?
Yesterday, he was rushed to the emergency room I don't know, for a health problem, and now he's dead at age 86.
What?
Yep.
Is
Chuck
this news
Norris
just
passed
breaking?
away?
Chuck Norris passed away just now.
The
Oh,
immortal Chuck Norris?
Yes.
Wow, that's heartbreaking.
So my prayers and thoughts are with his family. It says here, Chuck Norris dead at 86 following a medical emergency.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I mean, you're talking the president's man, top dog. Then he had all the Walker Texas Ranger, Delta Force, all those movies. He even fought Bruce Lee in one of Bruce Lee's movies.
Yeah. He was
Chuck-
in good. I thought he was in good shape too throughout his career.
Oh yeah,
And
he's always been in good shape. But I mean, at 86 years old,
Chuck
that's
Norris
a long life.
was an Air Force veteran also.
He
Right,
was.
an Air Force veteran. And then after the Air Force, he started training. He was a mixed martial artist, and back in the day, all the different karate and all the other martial arts that he did. And then he started training with Steve McQueen.
yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
And that was his door into all the acting.
No, this is crazy.
Oh man, yeah, man. Like Delta Force, Invasion USA. Yeah,
Mhm. President's Man, you can't forget
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
He did the MIA series.
yes,
Mhm.
yeah, that was awesome. Hmm. Oh man,
And I remember when I was in Iraq, like they would have posters. He would come and do USO tours and visit troops there, and it'd always say, "Yeah, Air Force veteran Chuck Norris."
Yep.
Yeah, my prayers and thoughts with his family. What a legendary career, man. He will be missed for sure.
He was
Yeah.
he was MP, actually.
he was
Yep.
what?
Wait, what?
Air Police.
Oh, Air.
Yeah, Air Police.
He did everything pretty much. He's a jack of all trades. Man.
Yeah, and in real life, yeah, he was like a martial arts champion in like 6 different arts.
Man, that's
Well, over the last year or so, we've lost a lot of greats.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones, Lou Gossett Jr., Robert Redford,
Carl
Oh.
Weathers.
Carl Weathers, Duvall.
yeah. Oh man.
The ones that a lot of us saw from
Yeah.
in careers
Yep.
passed on, and
Yeah, and then you can't forget Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan.
it's
Yeah.
the cycle of life, and it'll continue.
Oh yeah, and I mean, and Charles James Earl Jones was like a 93.
Yeah.
Willie Mays was 93. D. Williams, he was old,
Yeah. Yesterday once I saw the update that Chuck Norris went to the emergency room, like I was like, when the headline said rushed, I knew something was not right.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing when you're 80 something years old, anything can turn into a Big thing.
I don't. This is it's it's like me and my brother had this conversation too. It's like again, no age is old. I think 80s right now they're in their 60s. I don't know. 'Cause even Chuck Norris, the way he like pretty much worked out and he looked and my brother was saying to me, it's like our hero, like my hero, like Sylvester Stallone and even Arnold Schwarzenegger, but like they're getting up there too, and it's like it's gonna hit hard. It's gonna hit different. When we had the entertainment show with Angela Venuto, I mentioned Phil Collins, and Phil Collins is not doing well. He still does concerts in his wheelchair. He's stationary, but it's like I love Phil Collins is one of my favorite singers. Miami Vice is one of my favorite shows, and just like pretty much, it's gonna hit hard if he goes, because it's like it hits different when you followed him like for like your whole life, or like just even someone that you whether it's a movie star, an action hero, musician. It's just it's very different than it is now, obviously. And I'm not trying to compare death, obviously, from back then to now, but it's like if you were raised with them and that's all you've listened to and you looked up to them, it definitely, even Chuck Norris too, it's like wow, it's a different feeling.
Yeah, and I mean, it was only a year or two ago when Carl's Gilliard, or not Carl Gilliard, but
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that his co-star, he passed.
It's just
And that's
crazy.
like, man. But yeah, I mean, but it's just like certain people, like Chuck Norris. I mean, he really took care of his body all throughout not just his career. I mean, through a lot of life, and but it shows us that eventually we're all gonna meet death.
No. Yeah, so my prayers and thoughts are with the family, man. What a legendary career. He'll be missed, and and also thank him for his service too.
Yeah.
He's serving the country and done a lot of stuff in his career. So let's I guess we can dedicate this show to him too, along with
Absolutely.
my friend. So
Yep. And it's like my heart was broken when but of course I watched that live when Dale Earnhardt crashed into that fence in Daytona in 2001. On the final lap, you're like,
yeah,
this was a guy that probably could have raced forever, but you know what? He died doing what he loved. But yeah, but that's why we gotta appreciate, these crop of stars that are playing right now, and appreciate, the other things in life, So we never know when our time comes.
So we're hitting the 10:20 mark, guys. The big day today. Any final thoughts before we go?
I guess I can, just say something. Wow, this is just sorry, sort of like
Shocked.
yeah, I'm just my train of thought is all over the place right now. It's again, like it hits really really hard when your childhood hero passes away, like Chuck Norris. And guys, good. It's gonna be a full studded day today. Please tune in. We're gonna pretty much give you sorry man, I can't talk. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take. Guys. Obviously, we just heard the sad news with Chuck Norris. Please send prayers to his family. And obviously, today's a big day. My team and I have booked Al Snow at 1 p.m. Eastern, the wrestling legend. Maybe he'll talk about Chuck Norris and but he'll be joining. Guys, get your questions ready. Glad that my team and I could help out with that for you guys. And also at 5 p.m. Eastern, we also booked Justin Nicolino, so get your questions ready for him. And also in between those two, you're gonna see Jason call more March Madness games, so stay tuned for that. And then we got the NBA game with the Knicks and Nets with Jason and Evan. and I'll be doing the score updates for them. So, guys, stay tuned. Thank you guys for joining in today, and Ken, thank you for taking the time, obviously, out of your day to come on for the morning show. And shout out to Ken from the Ugly Truth. He's actually not the Ugly Truth, like Chef Nick says. He's the awesome Ugly Truth or handsome Ugly Truth.
I said handsome, not awesome. Handsome.
Not sure I would go there, but
No, but yeah, shout out
Awesome.
to Ken, man. He does a great job with the shorts and obviously the play-by-play and helping Joe out to improve the show. And obviously now you see on the top left the barcode is because of Ken. So guys, QR code. There you go. Easy, another way to subscribe. So thanks to Ken for that. And also Sean, obviously you do a great job as always. Sean Browning and Chef Nick, the main guy also here. He does a fantastic job. And Joe, the godfather of the show, he does amazing. So guys, shout out to everyone. Thank you guys. And stay tuned, guys. We got some big things coming. Anybody else? Or
Well,
no, we're good.
okay.
yeah, we're good. We can go ahead and leave, and just prayers and
Yeah.
love for the Norris family,
Mhm.
for his brother Aaron, and and who else among his family. But rest in peace, Chuck Norris. You're a legend.
Yeah.
Oh, where is my Joe Mangoya? Oh, where can he be? It's time to end our show immediately. Oh, Joe, come back to the screen.
Yeah,
Magic. I'm the Pied Piper of.
there he is. There is Joe, the legend, the godfather of this show.
Great show, everyone. But the very, very sad news of when I saw that this morning, I knew it. I said some prayers and
When I saw the headline yesterday, it says when he was rushed to the hospital emergency, it's just crazy.
Yeah, and I've just seen that Fox News broke the news. So I'm like, man, it's crazy.
Unbelievable.
I didn't know till now. I didn't know. NITHIN broke the news.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear that he was rushed to the hospital.
Jeff, you're three things: you work, you sleep, and you're Yankee Mania. So there's not much else right now that you know.
Well, two. I don't sleep, so yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
No, you get like 2 hours power nap.
Yeah, it's like a nap. That's it. It's like it's like it's like a NASCAR event. Like I come home from work, I just lay down, and then like the NASCAR team, they rebuild me, and I go back to work.
And that is why God created coffee.
Yeah, that doesn't
coffee,
work.
energy drink.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well,
Maybe,
guys, do you have any last minute words before we end the stream?
Oh, Joe, maybe you should get Al Snow's thoughts on Chuck Norris.
Oh yeah, we will. But so thanks everyone for being in the stream. We've got a long, fun day ahead, and we will keep you posted with Yankee scores. Everyone, no worries. One way or the other, we'll get you Yankee scores. And thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you guys for stepping in this morning. Really appreciate it. We're gonna have a big day. Chef Nick's gonna join me at 1:00 for the big interview with WWE superstar Al Snow. So that should be a lot of fun. And if you're a wrestling fan, I don't think you want to miss this. Talk about the life and times of a WWE performer and everywhere else, and his journey to everything that he's done, and he's done a lot, everyone. So stay tuned. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. God bless America. We love you all. Ken, thank you for coming on. Awesome. Thank you. And we'll see. We'll have our Yankees back tomorrow at 1:00, which it was just said that Aaron Judge will be in the starting lineup. So
he's the DH today.
Yeah.
He's the DH.
Yeah. And tomorrow he's definitely going to be in the in the lineup. So we should see Aaron for the rest of the spring training. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you at 1 p.m. with Al Snow. Take care, everyone.